few weeks ago, I put a post up about how you could use paint not only to enhance things but to disguise them as well. And I had a lady ask me how I would go about disguising a studio that she'd had built between her house and next door. And at the moment, it's kind of like a yellow pine. And of course, it really does stand out. I suggested that she could try using a faux brick effect to match the bricks that a house is built in. And she asked me how I would go about that. So I've done a little tutorial on how to do a faux brick. It's really, really easy. It's one of the easiest finishes to do. Anybody could do it. You need no special paints or tools or anything like that to do it with. So I've done this little tutorial. I hope she gets some inspiration from it. Okay, so this is brick or even tile. You could do the same thing. This grey, I've painted the board grey, is the colour of the mortar. So whatever you want as the mortar colour or the grout colour, that's the base paint, that's the colour that you paint it. And then we're going to tape it into, you know, brick style. So everyone knows, I think, what bricks look like. And obviously if you're doing this on a wall, you know, you would use a level and make sure it's all how it should be. I'm just going to do it, you know, in a rough sort of way so you can see. And obviously you would use tape to the size that you want the grout or the mortar to be. So this is quite a narrow tape because this is a small board. If you wanted something bigger, you would use wider tape. And I'm going to use some sort of brick red paint and some black. Again, you would choose colours to match whatever you were doing. And this is really, really simple to do. So we're just going to pounce on some of the brick. And then we're going to pounce on some of the black. And again, the size of the brush, you know, depends on the size of the bricks. We just want to get that colour mixed. If you go over, it doesn't matter because we're doing it all the same. And then I'm just going to take a rag and just soften it out. And of course at this point, you know, if you wanted a bit more of the red in there, you just pounce a bit more red in and off you go. So we're just going to keep doing that. So if I was doing this outside, this all started with a question about doing it outside, you would use exterior paints. You could add more colours in if you wanted. And what you do is you just do as much as you can without letting the paint get dry, because you want to be able to smooth it out, and once it starts to dry that becomes harder to do. Make sure you get all up into the tape, that you don't leave any of it out. Okay. Right, so that's it done, and now we'll just let it dry. All right, so that's it. It's dry now. It's had the tape taken off, and that's the finished result. If you were going to varnish it, I would say varnish it flat, because you know you can get shiny brick, I know, but I think it looks better if it's flat. Okay.